The Keyz and Dawoud podcast.
You know what I mean? New show, new
That's
episode.
right.
Keys and Dawoud podcast.
You
know
already
what I'm
know.
saying? You know what I mean? So how was your week, man? You got a little
Man, listen, I've been like drained lately for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I've been drained lately. I don't know what. something's going on
listen,
with me.
man. There's been a lot of music out this week, man. A lot of music. Did you get to hear any of the music that dropped this week?
I heard a couple of joints. I heard a little bit of the Black Thought. I heard that.
Okay.
What else did I hear? I heard the Dipset.
Okay. How did you
heard
like?
the one.
You know what? Let's start right there. Since you heard the Dipset, how did you feel about it?
It wasn't Heat Makers like I wanted to hear Heat Makers. It wasn't that. Most of the time, like when I hear like Dipset, you hear the Heat Makers and the beats is just like mad tight and it's all that. But
All right, from
I
one
think
to
it's
five,
one
one
to
to five,
one to five.
One to
Right,
five.
right about now until I grow into it, it's a 3.
It's a 3. You know what? I kind of agree with you on that one. This is a first. You know,
Nope,
we usually
we
don't
agreed a couple of times.
I know, but this on some musical shit usually is the opposite type
Yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even front. So this time, I honestly agree with you. I was expecting to hear that Heat Maker like
The melody,
you
the
know what I mean?
samples.
but the rapping on it wasn't bad at all.
Oh no, they've matured.
And I think Jim Jones stepped up a lot.
Oh, he stepped up a lot, especially
Jones
from
stepped
Wasted
up
Talent.
a lot, yo.
Remember the Wasted Talent?
Yo, Wasted Talent was hard.
Oh yeah,
That was
definitely.
hard. That was a hard. What was
was
the EP? I think he did. That was an EP or an album.
that
Who
was
knows?
pretty-
project.
they
Let's
call
just
it an
project.
album.
Yeah, let's call it an album because all of these joints is albums these
Now,
days.
yeah, 5-6 songs.
But you know
albums.
what? I was really impressed by that. I like the rapping on there. I think Jewel sounded dope. The funny thing is, I thought Cam would be the standout.
Yeah.
He really wasn't the standout on this.
Well,
Not this time.
you know
around.
what's crazy is because when you think back when Cam was down with Big L back in the days when he was Killer Cam and it was Murder Mace.
Right.
You know, back in them days, like Cam. Remember how he went off on an 8 is enough.
Nah,
He went
listen.
in.
I remember Confessions of Fire.
Yeah.
Cam, like I know he could do it, but this time around, it seemed like he was just
Like he was holding back.
like he's letting. I don't know if he was doing that purposely, like letting Jewels and Jim or dominate it.
Yeah.
But it sounded like it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like he sounded like he was not. It was like he was more laid back on it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like his old self, like talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I usually do. But Meek Mill's drop.
Didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it 2 days ago? Did you
I
hear
didn't-
no music at all?
No.
Yo.
Not at all. Actually, I think I did.
Did you hear the one with Jay and
I did
Ross?
because I got my my Apple Music, so they hit me with the new music mix, and I think I heard a little bit of Meek Mill's, and I'm not a Meek Mill's fan.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Really? I'm not. I don't like his voice.
Okay.
I don't like his voice or any of the music that I've heard.
I'm surprised because that shit was hard. That album is fire. Like, listen, I'm a Meek Mill fan. I'm a Meek Million, if that's what you want to call it, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Listen, fire album. Like, the features was good. I like that he did some kind of new age, like singing, rapping on one of the tracks.
Basically, pulling a Drake.
Kinda. I like the song with him and Drake. That was fire to see them back together. The song
Okay.
was fire. The shit with him and Ross and Jay-Z. Yo, one of the best Jay-Z verses I've heard. One of the best verses matter of fact, the best verse I've heard this year. That Jay-Z verse on Meek Mill's album is the best verse
I gotta
I've
hear it.
heard this year.
I gotta hear it.
The way it was laid out, and he was cocky, but not cocky. He was spitting lyrics and knowledge, flowing on the beat. Me personally, I think like that was one of the best verses this year. Like I wouldn't be mad at other people putting other verses up there, but Jay would definitely be in there for that particular song.
Right.
And as I was listening to the song, I was listening to because Rick Ross starts the song. You know Rick Ross, you know what I mean? When he dropped the, you know what I'm saying? It starts it off, and I was like, all right. And then
the Hamburglar growl.
I don't know if that's what you want to call it, but if that's what you want to call it, you know what I mean? You know better than I do. I don't know what to call that. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know how when you listen to music and you go, all right, that was fire, and then you hear the next level of it, and you be like, yo, damn, that nigga. So Ross started it. It was fire. Then Meek got on it. I was like, okay, Meek stepping his shit up, all right.
Mm-hmm.
But then Jay got on it, and then it was like,
just
I'm sorry, I can't even. Like, I went back and listened to Jay's verse more times.
Right.
Because it was so much going on in the verse that I had to, like, listen to it.
Yeah, so basically, Jay's giving us, on the verses, he's giving us the 444.
Yeah, it was.
Knowledge.
It was dope. And it still was talking that street shit, too.
Yo, I've always been a fan of Jay since the beginning, since Hawaiian Sophie.
And another thing, too, Meek did a joint with Cardi B.
Okay.
Fire. And you know what? Not for nothing. I don't know. Cardi B came out kind of hard on the record, too.
Yeah.
I can't front. Cardi
I
B
think maybe that not made her step it up.
You see, you got to bring it back to the action. See, I wasn't even bringing it there. But now that you opened the door, what do you think Nicki feels about this? Now that you opened the door,
an ex. Damn.
Your ex is now
rocking.
Now let's not get it twisted though. Nicki dropped her album.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Nicki got to get her nut off when she was talking about, you know, Meek with the I still wish I was in this pussy shit face. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Remember when she said dreams? Exactly. So I mean, is this a light jab back? I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Maybe.
I doubt it, but you never know.
But you never know. I mean, let's get real though. If you are Meek Mill, right? Mm-hmm. And she is the hottest female that's out right now in the game. You know what I mean? May not be your choice to be the hottest, but she is the hottest, right? You got to give her that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
even though she doesn't have the body God gave her. But
there you go, tearing a woman down. Only Dawoud.
I'm sorry.
Only Dawoud
I like
over
him
here.
natural. I like him natural, baby.
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with what we were talking about.
I know, but
that got nothing to do with
we went
her
into
music.
the relationship and shit. And
no,
all that.
I didn't go into the relationship.
Yeah,
I was
said
talking
how
about her
Meek
lyrical.
was used to be with her, and
Meek. I didn't say Meek to be with her nobody.
Maybe I said that.
Exactly, you said that. Yo, you're on that fuckery already. Yo, I don't know how you do it.
It's me.
I don't know how you do it.
It's me, bitches.
You know what's gonna happen? You see, and you calling them bitches now. Look at that. Oh man,
you already know.
You're gonna have the female authority on your ass.
Listen,
ladies. I love you. This is a public announcement from your
public
boy
service
Keyz.
Announcement. It's a
from
PSA.
Yeah, from your boys Keyz. Stop fucking up my announcement.
Pussy sucking ass.
No,
okay.
whoa. Yo, what's going on with this guy?
Oh man.
Yo, first of all, he berates y'all. I will never berate y'all women out there.
Listen,
you know what I love women.
But you gotta understand.
No, you don't love women.
I'm like Brand Newman. You gotta love me or leave me alone.
You got some issues. You know what? Let's have a therapy session. What is the issue with women these days with you, man? I was joking. Let's not even get into it. Forget it.
I can't. The story's too long. The show will go on 3 episodes.
As soon as you went, I said, "Oh, I get it."
We'll have 3 episodes.
You said it in just you
going. We'll call it the Dawoud Chronicles.
No, but you know what? You just told the whole story, and you just going. Everybody out there knew exactly what you were talking about.
That side felt real good.
I bet you it did.
Yeah, it did.
Anyway, let's go back to that.
Yeah.
So
the whole situation?
Yeah, like, so do you think, like, is it, do you feel, because you know what? The thing is this, Nicki said that they talk. You know what I mean? Meek is still trying to get them draws. That's what Nicki said.
Why wouldn't he?
You know what? You're right. You got a point.
I mean, come on, man. Nicki's sexy as hell. I wouldn't mind to be traipsing around.
Now she's sexy.
She's always been sexy.
Before but you said you liked original women. She's not original.
I do, but you know.
She's not original. You just shitted on
I
Cardi.
can get original nuts.
So you're a Nicki fan. You're not a Cardi fan.
I'm a fan.
Of which one? Of which one?
Of a fan.
Of which one?
Neither one. I'm a fan of the ass.
Yo, what is going on today, yo? You are worse. It's not even flip flopping. You're like double dutching right now.
You know it's crazy. You know how I always get off topic, but we're gonna stay on topic with music.
Go ahead.
I was watching an interview with Professor Daddy-O. You know Daddy-O from Stetsasonic.
Yes.
You remember him, right?
Yeah.
Yo, you know what made me kind of upset is I was back when Daddy-O was rapping on Stetsasonic, he was nice, right? Listen, you remember that.
First of all, you had to say, Josh is puzzled. You know what I mean? His brother's puzzled. Oh, who the fuck is Stetsasonic?
Oh yeah, this is old school. This is way back.
This is before y'all were even born, yo.
80s.
Sounds like a disease.
80s. Stetsasonic. No, Stetsasonic was actually the original hip hop band.
He said it sounded like a fucking.
Yep.
It sounded like a disease.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Stetsasonic.
But go ahead.
But anyways, Daddy-O was like one of the head MCs. Do you remember the group that RZA had, the Gravediggers?
Oh yeah.
Well, one of the Stetsasonic members, Fruquan.
Josh don't remember that shit. He just saying yeah. He just saying yeah.
Fruquan was one of the rappers of Gravediggers, who was one of the MCs of Stetsasonic also.
Wait. First of all, I did not know that. You just broke some history for me. I did not know that one of the Gravediggers used to be a Stetsasonic nigga.
Yeah.
That's fucking
And
hilarious.
Prince Paul and RZA had composed the Gravediggers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But the Gravediggers, though, those were the dudes that used to hang upside down in the fucking videos, right?
That was they had that song in the beginning of the song you hear like the
First
court,
of all, I ain't
court is
following
in
no
session.
niggas that fucking hang upside down in the fucking
Court,
video, right?
the
I'm
court
telling
is
you
in
right now.
session, and he was like, here comes the Gravediggers.
I know what you're talking about, but did they not have a video?
No, you're thinking
where
of
they were hanging
you're
upside
thinking
down?
of your boy Sean Price and Helter Skelter when they was hanging upside Nocturnal.
No, that's different.
They was hanging upside down.
No, I'm telling you,
the video.
Gravediggers. I remember them because they was on Def Jam, wasn't they?
Yeah.
Right, Gravediggers.
I heard that one for sure.
Yes,
Beatles song.
I think they were hanging in a video.
I know.
I think it was like one of their
Helter
first
Skelter did.
videos. I think it was one of their first videos. I remember the Helter Skelter one, but that's Rock and Rock. I
Right.
fuck with Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
That's different. That's Brooklyn. I don't understand. Actually, one of them is only one of them from Brooklyn, right? Or one
I
is
think
from
they
Jersey.
both are.
I think one was from Jersey.
I
no?
think they both are from Brooklyn.
All right, whatever.
I think.
Anyway, but one of the fucking all the fucking Gravediggers was hanging from fucking trees.
Really? I
That's
can't
the shit.
remember that.
Now let me tell you something.
That would have had to
That's
been the
what you
first
should-
video. Was the one where you heard the
They
court
was in
case
the grave. Hell yeah, they
There
was
was the
hanging.
court.
They was in the grave. They was in a graveyard.
because that was at the time when Def Jam came out with horrorcore
Yes.
rap.
Yes. Well, I don't give a fuck what you call it, but
That's
I ain't
what they
down with
call
that
it,
shit.
horrorcore.
That's why Gravediggers didn't last because of that fucking horrorcore bullshit. Nobody
The
want to fucking
666?
nobody. You see, they don't want to get down with that shit.
But anyways,
But go ahead.
back to what I was saying. So Daddy-O had this new album called Tablecloths, and he was talking about how Rakim lied, basically saying, well, Rakim was saying, "It ain't where you from, it's where you're at," and he was like, "No, it is where you're from, because where you from is." You know what I'm saying? What made you, how you came out. And he was saying how Rakim, like, he said, I love Rakim, whatever. But he said,
Where
I
did
don't
this
think,
tangent come from, man?
because we was talking about music and everything like that. And before it left my brain, I wanted to talk about it.
We was talking about.
So, no, but
Meek
listen,
Mill's
get
album,
this,
man.
get this. So I'm listening to this, and he's talking about how, that he said something about the God, like, you want to worship a God, whatever, and then, like, basically, like, try to play Rakim in a way.
Okay.
So my thing was, okay, I want to go hear this, because he's saying that he got better than he was back in the day. Now, back in the day, for that time, he was good. So I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to this. Maybe he didn't sharpen his sword or his pen, and he's better. Straight trash.
Okay. So you just did
Straight
all of
trash.
that just to say
Straight trash.
Daddy
No,
was
it was
straight
just
trash?
it was just the point of, like, the whole Rakim thing.
You shitting
And I'm
on a
like,
lot of people today,
and
man.
I'm
First-
like, how?
Yo.
No, I'm not shitting on him, but I
No,
expected
you
better.
just shitted on him. You just
I
said,
expected better.
listen,
The album's trash.
Listen to what Josh. He just went through a whole story. I thought he was going to say, you know what, this shit was fire. I honestly thought that's where the story was going.
The album was
You went
the
through
album
the
was
whole
trash.
shit. You could have just said it was trash from the
No,
video.
no.
yo.
I had to tell you the story because he was talking about Rakim. So that was my point. The point was,
I think-
like, you're talking about the God MC, and
I think you was just biased.
putting out
I don't think it was trash.
Basura.
I'm gonna listen to it now.
Go
Now I'm
listen
gonna
to
listen to it
Cable Claws.
because you I think you just being a hater because he just said something about Rakim. Because you love Rakim.
I will
love
tell
Rakim.
you about some skills that came out in an album. Well, not an album, single. Pharoah Monch, 24 Hours.
Okay.
That shit was
alright.
fire.
That was alright. I can't front.
I was like,
But you know who else
shit.
dropped this week? Your favorite guy.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Familia. La Vida Loca.
Listen,
Tekashi.
I was impressed. I told you last.
He was telling me.
I told you.
He was telling me
I didn't.
about
I
the-
wasn't.
the
And listen,
production's nice.
You know, I like the show.
Multiple producers?
I
or
like the show. No, a
one
lot.
producer?
Well, I think it was multiple producers. I think, but majority was Scott Storch.
Okay.
And you know
Scott
what?
Stizzy.
Honestly,
He was off the Canils.
he made 6ix9ine sound. And you know what? I listened to it again after I talked to you because I was like, I don't want to come in here talking
Right.
like I don't know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
6ix9ine sounds the same on every fucking song, yo. You're right. He sounds like Mickey on every song.
with
yo.
the blicky on, with the
Only
sticky
time-
on, but the beats was hot.
Only time he changes up is when he got into the reggaeton, like Spanish joints. He got into the Spanish joints. He got to his Spanish bag. He got that, and then he had a record with the Kanye record with just him and Kanye, not the one with him and Nicki and Kanye. The one with him and Nicki and Kanye, he sounded like regular 6ix9ine. The one with Kanye, that was it sounded like he was attempting to rap. Like honestly, that's the one song I would say you should listen to. I don't know why how you feel.
You want to come
about it.
down with the sticky, huh? With
But-
the blicky, huh?
But when I did listen to the
Everything is,
album, I liked the album, but I liked the features more than I liked him.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the A Boogie feature was fire, but I liked A Boogie over Scott Storch.
Over Scott Storch or over...
When Tekashi came on,
I
like-
get it. You liked it A Boogie on riding that beat.
right?
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? Pause all of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I think you brought that back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so when Tekashi started rapping on that track, you like how I cleaned it up? He's rapping on that track,
When
right?
he's riding on that track.
Pause. He's rapping on that track, right? I don't know, he don't sound like he fit. Like I like the A Boogie.
I can tell you he doesn't fit.
No,
Pause.
but some of the songs that he's on, it sound like his song. You know what I'm saying? So it works. You know what I'm saying?
I am going to call up the producers of the Leprechaun series, and Tekashi's going to be in that.
Listen,
It's going to be Leprechaun Goes to the Hood Part 4,
you always bring
featuring
up
Tekashi
some weird, you always
6ix9ine.
bring up some weirdo shit, yo.
Yeah.
Weirdo shit. Yo.
I'm getting the bad, me lad.
Yo, your accent is horrible. Oh my God, that was the worst Milad I ever heard.
Nah.
You've done it better before.
Milad, I'm going to
that's
get
better.
the
That's
bag.
better. That was better. The one before with the little chuckle and
Yeah.
dance was weird.
Yeah, I
That was
can
weird.
see him do that. I can see that.
Well-
Then holding a box of Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Yes, the
You
magic
might be getting him
delicious.
some. He might get some a deal with Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
He should get a deal with Lucky Charms. That'd be dope. But anyway, some other music dropped this week too.
That'd be dope though.
You know who else dropped? Your boy, like you said, Black Thought. Listen,
Man.
I can't say nothing bad about that.
Listen, ever since that motherfucking Funk Flex freestyle, Black Thought has just been killing him softly.
Listen, man.
And he's always been nice, so it's. But
I was gonna
he
say
just,
he's always been nice.
He
but
just.
you're right.
You kind of look Black Thoughtish right now.
He stepped
You
up
ain't
a little
look-
bit.
You kind of
No,
off your
no,
Chris Rock
no,
game.
no,
You kind of look a little
no.
Black
I
Thoughtish.
don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Don't
Anyway.
look at
No. Anyway, the album though, it was fire, yo. Like I honestly listened to it. Like I have no
All right, so let me ask you this:
reservations on no track.
Which one was better, The Ninth Wonder one or Salam Remy?
This one.
You like Salam Remy better than Ninth?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. All the way, the hands down. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. It's a better fit. I'm not saying Ninth is Salam is a better producer, but at the same time, you got to understand what fits. What fits it was what fits. Ninth Wonder is more of somebody else.
Ninth Wonders, they both were dope as hell. And Ninth's album with Black Thought was ill as fuck, but it was just a different type. Exactly. It was a different type. Like the Salam Remy was more of a roots type.
He fits.
It was more of a roots.
But didn't Salam do most of the roots stuff too?
No, actually, it was Questlove
and Salam.
I don't know about that.
Yes, they co-produced. They co-produced a lot.
At that.
No, they co-produced.
But the shit.
And Salam is good for that vibe, that type of vibe, that laid back.
Did you hear? Salam Remy has to be Muslim. It definitely sounds Muslim. It's definitely an Arabic name.
We were having a discussion before you got here about churches and stuff like that. We don't even get into that because that was a whole. You don't want to hear my topic on that, especially that
about the money.
There you go. There you go.
Listen. They don't need the bag. God don't need money.
Exactly my point. So why are we giving these motherfuckers money?
Exactly.
But we go. That's an episode.
Yo, that's.
You know what the funny thing is?
Oh, we need it for our building fund. Well, guess what?
Told us that we should have a pastor on the show when we had that.
Oh,
and I told him it don't have nothing to do with the pastor. To be honest,
nah, that pastor be getting that bag.
No, but don't you think he should? All right, you know what? Let's touch on this a little bit. Now that you say it,
listen. If I'm going to give you,
should the pastor get the bag?
No.
Why not?
No.
I'm going to break it down for you.
You want me to tell you why?
I'm going to tell you why he should.
You want me to tell you why he shouldn't?
I'm going to tell you why he should.
Well, you tell me why he should.
I'm going to tell you why he should right now.
Go ahead.
This is the reason why he should. First of all, like I was telling Josh and his brother, Rick, right? Rick? Yep, didn't want to mess up his
Rick
name.
Rock.
Yeah, Rick Rock. Right.
It wasn't me.
So, you dick. So, the thing is, the pastor's not really the money man. The money man is the church. Pardon me. The reason why I say this is because every church has to kick up to open a church. You have to pay into a regional thing, right?
Of course you do. You have to.
So why? Money. Why should you? Why should you have to?
Money. There is money.
Exactly. That means it's set up. This has been set up from years.
Of course.
Centuries ago. So that means if I'm a pastor and I gotta come in and I gotta perform a service, right, to get the bag. Because that's all it is. It's really getting the bag
for
the region, right? Or I don't know what because all churches have board of directors and all of that type of stuff, right?
They have a lot of things.
Every religion. So my thing is this: like you said, God don't care about no money, fam. But if I'm a pastor, I'm working. This is a job, right?
No,
it's not a job.
No. I'm now we're gonna get to why.
Wait. So you telling me the pastor is not a job? That's not a job. So he should do that for free. He should come in and talk for free.
I think that honestly, listen, if you understand where I'm coming from, I believe that if you're giving the word of God, that shouldn't cost anyone anything because you're helping people spiritually, and God wants that word to get to the people without costing. If you ain't got no money, how you gonna
hear him?
How are you gonna hear him?
Yeah.
Let me see. There's funds for that. There's funds for that.
What did I just say?
There's funds for that.
So what the funds?
Because people listen. There's charity. There's charities.
The charities are corrupt.
You know why it costs money? I'll tell you why it costs money. Because just listen to me. Because in this world today, everything costs money. But
so
if you think about
this,
but if you think about this. The whole point I'm trying to make is you shouldn't get paid for something like that because that's something that shouldn't cost anything. Why should it cost to hear the word of God? Why?
Because somebody got to eat.
Just like when people charging for...
How is the pastor going to eat?
Listen, we really don't even need money.
How... First of all, stop.
All this stuff.
Stop. Now you're going too far.
Just listen to hear.
No. Stop.
No, I can't.
Because you're talking about money. I'm not talking about money.
There's money.
The question. Get paid. That wasn't the question. The question
he doesn't need to get paid.
Why shouldn't he get paid? He's performing a service. So you're telling me?
I'm telling people about God, I should be getting paid for it.
Yes.
Why?
Because you know why? Because there's somebody getting paid for it.
They shouldn't be getting paid for it. That's all I'm saying.
That's not gonna happen. Nobody's gonna
not.
walk around.
Of
There's
course
no
not.
way you could walk around and listen to somebody.
Do you think the people?
Let me talk. Stop. Let me talk. Let me talk. Stop. Listen. Hear me out.
Go
Hear
ahead.
me out. You cannot walk around here when you gotta live, eat. You gotta fucking provide for your family, and tell me that a person is going to provide his time, because it takes time to be a pastor. You gotta sit there. You gotta go to school. You gotta study the Bible. You gotta do all of this just to become a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me you pay all of this money to become a pastor and you get nothing for it? You supposed to just go there? How you supposed to clothe yourself? You supposed to walk up there butt naked?
Why should you have to pay for that service?
Because people pay for it anyway.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Services like that shouldn't be paid. There shouldn't be no pay for that.
So you telling me
you should be giving the word of God for free.
All right. So example, perfect example. You're telling me you have an imam. That's what they call
imam.
A pastor?
Mm-hmm. Imam.
He hits no money.
As far as I know, they don't get no money at all.
So he just shows
up. If people
so
donate, they donate.
They donate.
Yeah.
And they donate
that's
to
if they
who?
want to.
They donate to who?
They donate to the mosque or the masjid.
Okay.
If they want
Cool.
to.
Okay, so let's just say this is true. Let's just
Mm-hmm.
say that all the money a person donates goes to the church,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the imam don't get nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is he supposed to make it from home to church?
How's he supposed to make it?
Yeah, how is he supposed to get from his house to the church? To the place.
Well, that's what it comes down to, the faith, man. That's when it comes down to the faith.
So you're supposed to
God's
just have
supposed to
faith.
provide.
He's supposed to just have faith that somebody's gonna come and pick him up from his house every. When do they have services in Muslims? I mean, services.
Prayer service. Prayer is 5 times a day, but
No,
the
when they meet.
the immediate one is Friday.
It's Friday
at 1 p.m.
Friday at 1 p.m. So
Right,
how
Juma
long?
prayer.
For how long?
Juma prayer might be I think an hour or so. Maybe.
Okay, so you're telling me the imam's supposed to find his way from home or from wherever he is to come talk to his congregation
Mm-hmm.
for free, and then find his way back home for free, and he's performing a service.
Have a job.
So
The word of God shouldn't be your job.
So
It shouldn't be your job. Like you, what I'm trying to say is like to give the word of God, you shouldn't be getting paid for that. If you're a carpenter or you're a DJ, whatever you may be, that's what you should get paid for. But for the word of God, you shouldn't have to pay for that. And they shouldn't get paid for that.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But that doesn't exist. So
No, of
let's
course it doesn't.
So let's.
Of course it doesn't.
All right. So that's why I'm asking you. Why shouldn't he get paid? If
Well, I
it
guess-
doesn't exist, why should he? So
Well,
he
if they're
should be the
getting paid, they're
only
getting
one-
paid.
He should be the only one sitting there going, you know what? I'm the only one that's godly enough. I'm not going to take anything, and everybody else around me gets money.
Why not?
What the fuck kind of bullshit is that?
Because if you got a job,
Fuck outta here.
if you got a
Fuck
job as
outta
a
here.
DJ or
No
whatever,
way. Fuck
and you're
outta
giving the
here.
word of
Nope.
God for free.
I'm sorry. I do not agree with that. That's the whole reason why I don't believe in churches, period. Let me explain to you why I don't believe in churches. One, I do agree with you that it should be free. But if it's not, I don't believe anybody should do anything for free. Meaning if everybody's
Well, we
getting
already
paid,
know.
if everybody's getting paid, everybody should get paid. Not just just one person, just because he's the holiest person, he should not get paid. No, everybody should get paid. It should be a fair price. It shouldn't be nothing exaggerated. It shouldn't be nothing underpaid. You get what I'm saying? If it costs a certain amount for a person to take time out of their life to do service for someone, which is even in what do they call soup kitchens and stuff like that? Even those people get paid. You feel what I'm saying? Volunteers are volunteers, but the people that's there, they get paid a certain amount of money to be there.
I don't know about that because I heard everything in soup kitchens is volunteered.
No,
There's no money.
no. How? I'm gonna tell you right now. That's a lie. I'm telling you right now.
know.
I'm gonna tell you right now. They get paid. I'm telling you, they get paid. There's no way they're gonna do. You have volunteers. Don't get me wrong. You have volunteers, but the main
Are you-
people that stay there.
Oh, you talking about the
get paid.
people that direct the
run the place, that run
building
it.
or whatever? Yeah,
They get paid.
they get paid.
Exactly.
But the people that are serving the people don't get paid anything.
What did I
yeah.
just fucking say?
The volunteers don't
the
get paid.
volunteers don't get paid.
Exactly.
That's what I just said. So what are
Just
we
like
arguing?
just like what you calls don't. This is
So
not
my
argument.
point is this. So exactly.
Argument.
If you choose to volunteer, you don't choose to volunteer every Friday, every hour every Friday.
Just like an intern.
Some people volunteer when they can. Some people volunteer in the holidays. Some people volunteer every Friday.
I'll give you a prime example of that whole.
But my point is this: if you choose to volunteer, that's one different thing. But if you go to school, you study the Bible, you went and did all of this to become a pastor, you should be paid. I'm not saying you should be paid a wild amount of money, but the church is getting money every day. They got to kick that money back to the head region where the board is there, just so you could have a church.
Let me give you an example of
So why
something like
shouldn't he
that.
get paid?
I'll give you an example of something similar to that. The whole volunteering stuff that I think people should get paid for. When I had cancer, they had, the Cancer Society, right?
Right.
This stuff is all tangled up. But anyways, in the Cancer Society, they basically, I was asking the volunteers, I was like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that you come and get me and you don't get not a damn dollar for picking me up? Mm-hmm. And they was like, no, I don't. I was like, they have to give you something. You're using your own vehicle, your own gas. Mm-hmm. There got to be some type of kickback.
Right.
I mean, you're paying out of your own pocket for all your gas and everything. There's got to be something that you're getting accredited for or something. Mm-hmm. So, and they made it seem like they wasn't getting any money at all. It probably was a tax write-off.
That's probably it.
It has to be.
But no, I'm not knocking that. That's an honorable thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that.
I was thinking about doing that.
But at the same time, what I'm saying to you is this also. If you are a pastor and you are running your church, right? Mm-hmm. And you are even a great pastor, like one of them that really care about his congregation, one of the ones that really talk and do. I think he deserves a cut of money. It shouldn't be a wild amount of money where he's riding a Range Rover, you know what I'm saying, off of it. But it should be allotted something. You get what I'm saying? It should be something. Yo, this dude is going to...
What was that pastor's name back in the day?
What pastor's name back in
the day? The one that was like real famous.
I don't know.
The black guy. Money, pastor, and then he got accused of something.
I'm trying to think of what you call it. What's his name? The Dollar, Creflo Dollar. That's what you're talking about, Creflo.
I can't forget. I forget the guy's name. Money, something money.
But anyway, but go ahead.
But it was crazy because like he had did something crazy and he was like. Bishop Eddie Money or some,
Bishop
I don't
Eddie
know.
Long?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Long, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Getting all that money.
But this is my thing too, another thing with the churches, right? I was mad at Bishop Eddie Long when he did all that shit. Mm-hmm. But then I thought about it, I was like, why did he do this? Because the motherfuckers that he got to kick back is getting more money than him. Mm. You get what I'm saying? It's like the fucking mob.
It's crazy.
It's the mob.
Crazy.
Now, don't get me wrong. What you were saying at the beginning of they shouldn't be paid, nobody should be getting paid if that's the case.
Right.
But if the mob is getting paid, why the fucking bad man can't get paid?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I feel what you're saying, yeah, but I was just saying as far as in general.
Yeah,
across the board,
across the board, you're right. But we're not in that.
But it's not happening.
That's not happening.
It's not happening at all.
Exactly. What I'm saying is right now is straight up. Exactly. But my thing is this also. I'm not going. Me personally, I ain't going to no churches. That's just me because every denomination, every religion, every one of them that supposedly be godly, like you said,
right.
You have to. You have to pay some kind of tithes and offering. Every one of them.
Right.
And like you said, God don't need no money.
Exactly.
So why should I be paying tithes and offerings to come walk up into this place?
Absolutely.
That's my.
You know where all that came from? Taxes.
That's exactly what it is.
Came from all the taxes from the king.
That's exactly what it is.
You have to pay dues.
Exactly. And what makes it worse for me is that money that we give to them, they get tax free. They don't even pay those taxes on that. So why am I not getting a tax break, but they getting a tax break, and I'm giving them money,
it's
and they getting free money? They getting free money.
It's illegal for them to take income tax.
But they
illegal.
get free money.
It's
This
crazy.
is the biggest racket you could think of.
Oh yeah.
That's why I can't.
There
fuck
was
with
never
church.
there was never a law that was passed for them to take income tax from us. There was never a law.
But this is my thing. But even if whatever the income tax law, that's a whole nother topic, right? My thing is that the churches right now don't pay taxes.
No, they don't.
And and please, everybody,
Everything's a write-off.
I'm not talking about your church. I'm not talking about.
We're
your
talking about
pastor.
churches.
I'm talking about all churches,
Absolutely.
including your church. That's
Exactly.
what I'm talking about.
We're
I'm
not
not
singling
talking about
out
your
your
pastor.
church.
I'm not talking about your pastor either, because the pastors I don't think are the problem.
No, there a lot of them are. A lot of them.
That's in different aspects. I'm talking about that. I don't believe that that's the root of the problem. The root of the problem is,
Of course not.
the root of the problem is the
tax.
big, exactly, is the money from the giddy up.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I can't be mad at them.
We need the church fund. I need to witness, and we need the kind that folds, not jingles.
You know, and I don't think
Get
I
the
don't
fuck
think
out of here.
I don't think that's like something that
That's some bullshit.
is really. But I don't think they
Yo,
wrong
but you
for
know,
that. I don't think they're
fucked
wrong
up?
for
You know,
that. Though.
no. But listen, you know what's fucked up? When they got little fucking Tamika Wills, that's 21 years old, and she barely got a pot to piss in, and she's basically on state, making her feel bad because she can't give offering.
That's what.
That's
But you know
shitty.
what? I'm not. I understand that shitty, and I understand that part. But my part is still. Bottom line is this: that pastor could not even be a pastor without kicking a kickback first, before he could even open up the doors to even try to be good. He got to kick back first. So that's where the problem begins.
Unless
because if
it's
you
his
gotta
church.
kick back, even in his church, you got to kick back. You
Who's
got
he kicking back to?
the region of all the churches where the board is. This is what happens.
He said the board of churches.
There is every one of them have them. Synagogues, all of them, they all have them. Now this is a fact. This is a fact. If you want to be a pastor, right, you got to register with the state, right? And then when you register with the state, the state churches, you got to pay into the state churches whatever they call that. I don't know what they call it because it's not a tax because they don't get taxed. It's some money that they got to pay though.
Yeah.
Just to have the license to be in that state,
Right.
to be a church.
Yeah,
So
to be a pastor.
right there, that money alone is fucked. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking bullshit. So if you're going to be corrupt from the jump, you might as well be corrupt all through the whole fucking thing. That's why the churches are that way they are. And you know what makes it worse now? It used to be at least the churches would come out and stand up behind violence or do this. Have you seen any churches do that really lately? No, any denominations. You
I know
see any
what
of
you
them
call
do no
used
walks?
to do it a lot.
You don't see no walks. You don't see no pastors. You don't do
Al
none of that.
Sharpton used to do it a lot. But
No matter how you used to hate Al Sharpton, no matter how they used to talk about him, how you used to steal, same thing. Even them, no matter how much you used to talk about them, at least they came out and stood next to something.
Right. And stood for something.
For something.
Instead
No
of
matter how you
falling
want
for
to talk
everything.
about the money, because like I said, there's money in every. You know, there's a TV show called Greenleaf. You ever heard about it?
No.
Well, the TV show is based
like
on
a tea.
mega churches. It's all about churches and the politics in between
Okay.
churches
Like
and how they run the
T.D.
churches.
Jakes on 'em.
Yeah, and how they run them and how they all. That's why I said that is a good. Actually, that's a good part of that show that shows you how it works behind the scenes. And that's what the part I'm talking about. I'm talking about the behind the scenes. Yes, you're right. You shouldn't be taking money if you're a holy man because this is that. But at the same time, if you're a holy man, you should be getting something to live off of. So I understand that part
But
too.
you do see people like that. You do see the people out there that they don't want nothing.
Yeah,
And they
you're
work a
right.
job and they just I just want to give the word of
But my
God.
thing is this, that even those people have to still kick back. And that's the sad part. Because you know what they do? They'll sit there, they'll preach the word of God, they'll do like you said. Because I had a pastor that, to me, in my head, he passed away, his name was Pastor Douglas. This was one of the few pastors in my life that I could remember that really, I think, is a legitimate, God-fearing man. Now, everybody has that type of person in their life, right? I had that, and his name was Pastor Douglas. Pastor Douglas, I got in trouble. Pastor Douglas used to live in the Bronx. He also was a home aide, so he really cared about people.
Home health aid, yeah.
Home health aide, and I salute those people.
Yeah,
because he really cared.
I was in that field.
He never took money like that. His church was small, but he even had to pay to the churches, the front. Now, what happened is he took himself off of the board of the churches.
Right.
He was just a pastor.
I know what you're saying.
So they had the board for the church that they would collect all the money from the tithes and offering,
Right.
and then they would break it down to pay for the bills for the light, the gas, the building fund, and all of that, which I understand has to be paid.
So basically, what you was talking about is like the archdiocese.
Exactly, but I don't want to just blame the archdiocese
like a
because
chapter.
all of them have them. You get what I'm saying?
Like chapters.
So that's what I'm saying. So now I understand you got to pay light, gas, you got to pay the heating, you got to pay all that stuff, the building fund and all that.
That stuff needs to be paid.
But let's be honest. If you got 100 people in a church, let's just go with 100 people in a church, and they're giving 10% of their weekly earnings.
They're gross.
Which a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing
people damn near be homeless.
broke, but will pay their tithes and offering.
Yeah.
My mother is one of them.
Yeah.
She pays her tithes and offering. She finds the money. I don't know how she finds. She don't even work. She finds the money. You know what I'm saying? But she makes sure she pays her tithes and offering, right? So you got that. That means out of them 100 people, you good. Church, everything that needs to be paid for, the church should be paid for. Van, everything, right? And they should still have residual money because eventually the van gets paid for. Mm-hmm. Eventually the building gets paid for, and you're just only paying the taxes.
Yep.
So, and eventually you're ahead in light, ahead in gas because you constantly getting this money every week. It's not like you're getting it every month. You're getting it every week fresh.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
You're getting the bag.
So,
the holy bag.
So where's all the rest of that money?
Would it be the holy sack?
Where's the rest of their money? Where's the rest of the money at? It's sitting somewhere fat in somebody's house.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I got the problem. I got the problem
with the big damn bag.
Only one religion that I've seen, and I'm not part of that religion. I have no gain in that religion. That I've seen that was a little smarter with the money is the Jewish religion. You know what they did? And I applaud them for this type of shit because it's a slick move, and that's how you get around the fucking government. This is a slick ass move. People in Judaism, I'm not saying all of them. I shouldn't say all because I don't know all, but I've just heard of one particular church or
Sect?
that did it. And what they would do was they would give loans to the congregation. But tax-free loans. So you just got to pay back what you borrowed. That's it.
I know.
And you got a nice lengthy time to do that.
I know one thing.
Now when you let's say you're part of that congregation, you want to open up a store. You need $20,000. Here's $20,000, but we need that $20,000 back once the store is open and running. And guess what? That's $20,000 coming back because everybody in the congregation is gonna go to your store. That's some smart shit. That's some smart shit. That's why synagogues they get to. I'm just saying. I don't know if this is a fact for all.
Yeah.
But this is one I've heard of.
Right.
You get what
I'm
saying?
I can tell you just like with me.
And if that's the case, that's fucking genius.
I was when I was going to the masjid, I know there was no like you didn't have to give no tithe, no nothing like that. I mean, if you wanted to donate something because of a service, like when I put it to you like this, when my imam got married me, he was from Palestine. He was like a descendant of Prophet Muhammad, and his wife was a direct descendant. He didn't charge me no money. If I wanted to donate something, I could have donated something, but he didn't ask for anything. He said, if you want to make a small donation, that's up to you.
That's not my point, though.
No, but what I was trying to say is like, I'm talking about with them. Like they don't
nothing to do with
ask for nothing.
That's what you hear. That's your situation.
Yeah,
I'm talking about any Muslim mosque. They gotta pay somebody just to be there, and it's not just the government. You get my drift?
Yeah, I don't know.
If they want to have a synagogue here, you think you could just open up a synagogue? No, you can't.
You need building permits. You need a lot of things.
Forget the city and state. I'm not talking about just that. City and state is the easy part. That's the easy part. I'm talking about, you think other synagogues are going to let you just come and open up a synagogue right here? No.
I have no clue.
They're not going to let you do that. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to let you do that. You got to go to their head of whatever order they got. You got to go to them and you got to say, well, how much, and they're going to say, how much of a bag can you bring to the situation? And then you say, well, I could bring
and
this
you're
many
100% sure of this.
100% sure.
So you did your homework.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing new.
And that's the same with masjids and
This
mosques.
is for every
Holy
kind
building.
of
Okay.
church, any period, or any of them, all of them. They all got a board of directors. They all have to pay to become into that religion. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking that. That is not something that shouldn't be. But my point is this: if that's going to happen, why shouldn't that pastor, imam, or holy man not get paid? Because now he's bringing money to the table by using his
gift the gab.
I don't want to say that because it sounds kind of like, but yes, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you said, there are so many of them that will do it and not ask for $1.
Yeah, and then there's so
But
many
is that
of them
fair?
that try to, hey,
Take
sister,
all the dollars.
Hey,
Exactly.
Sister Brown. why
Or
don't you
hey,
come
Brother
and see the
Brown.
pastor?
Or hey, Brother
Oh, yeah.
Brown.
Hey, Sister Brown, why don't you come and see Pastor Joy in the back so we can talk about some things.
And then some that say, hey, Brother John, let's go over there and talk about something. But my thing is this. Of course, there's always going to be bad apples.
Speaking about that, and that's why I think there's a lot of issues in, I can't say every Catholic church, but in a lot of the Catholic churches, because
it's not only Catholic churches, though.
No, listen to what I'm saying, because you don't know where I'm going with this. What I'm trying to say is, like, in Catholic churches, it's basically Catholic churches when it comes down to this. They don't want the priest or the nuns that be sexual. So they have to have a sworn celibacy so they can't have sex at all. Now, by no means did God create us to be celibate, unless we was having celibacy before marriage. But they have to take a vow of celibacy for the rest of their life. So there's no marriage. There's none of that. So therefore, does that condone rape or pedophilia or whatever like that? No, it doesn't. But you got to understand, at the same time, when you're denying your body that sexual act, even if you never had it, it's going to drive you crazy. And then you're going to do crazy things that you shouldn't be even thinking about or doing. So God didn't want us to not be fruitful and
I understand what you're saying, and you're right. You're exactly right.
Because we were meant to be
time,
like that. What other call do you see that in?
No, you're right. I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying not only. But you're right about the celibacy part.
Yeah.
But that's not the only reason, though, because a lot of other churches that don't have that celibacy clause
got stuff going on. Yeah, I know.
These pastors raping and molesting people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's something that because there's also Catholic pastors and stuff like that don't do that.
Of course not.
And they stick
not
by
all of
that.
them guilty.
They stick by that law, even though I don't agree with it either. Like you say, I don't think that should be it, period. Like celibacy is something that should be a choice. That shouldn't be something that you have to do.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
You have to take a vow of celibacy to become a priest or a nun.
If you choose to be celibate, that's
think about this.
That's
the word none.
Exactly. None. You get none.
Think about it.
And they're not even the ones that's the one fucking it up. A lot of, they are. Some of them are, but majority is the priest. But still, it's all fucked up when you come to that shit, man. The money is fucked up. The sexual aspect of it is fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a cult. That's what it is, man.
Definitely it is.
And I'm not saying you can't believe in your religion. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the most of the religions
But what is belief?
Belief?
What is belief? Think about believe. Isn't lie and believe?
Yeah.
Be live. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is just to have faith. To have faith in something.
whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
You know, there's so much,
But-
and at the end of the day, when you start thinking about all these words and everything, there's an alphabet made for every language, and there's enunciation for every language that there is, and every alphabet there is. Now, at the same time of all that, what do these words really mean, and what are words anyway?
That's a whole nother topic.
Like, you know,
Because
you ever? Let me break this down.
A lot of different words can mean different things.
Listen to this.
Mhm.
Fuck. You know what that means?
Yes. At least I know what it means today.
Do you know the origin of it?
No, I don't.
The origin of the word fuck, people, fornicating under the king's consent. It was basically, that's what it was.
So it was an acronym.
Consent of the king, of
So
consent of the king.
It was an acronym then.
Yes.
Oh.
Fornication under consent of the king.
Okay.
So they called it fucking.
Okay.
Because it was under the king's consent, you were able to fornicate.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the word fuck came from. Yeah.
Yeah. That's some wild shit.
Yeah.
I never knew that. You just taught me some shit. I never knew that shit ever.
Yeah. Because I like looking up like things a lot of times, do research on stuff to
You
try
really
to figure it
fucked
out.
my head up with that one. That actually makes fucking perfect sense.
Yeah.
On why that should be a word.
Yeah.
Then it
But
shouldn't
you
be
know
a curse.
why?
It shouldn't be a curse. Then.
Yeah, but this
So
is the
how
reason
did it
why I
become
looked
a
up.
curse?
Because you know how people make things dirty. You know what I mean? And that's what I was like, yo.
Well, fornication, if you're going to use the word fornication does intent, like it brings the intent of dirty.
Is
when
it
you
really
say-
dirty?
No, but
Is
when you say
fornication
it,
really dirty?
no, but when you say it, that's what you think.
Because
Right?
what makes
When you
fornicating
fin-
fornicating? Fornicating is because you're not married. You're not in matrimony.
But even that,
But
it's still
that's your life
fornication.
mate. That's your life mate. So that's what fornication is. Actually, that's the meaning of fornication. Fornication is basically having sex with somebody that you're not in matrimony with.
Okay,
That's why they call it fornicating.
okay, but my point is this: even that, it's supposed to be something that represents not being clean.
Right. Because of the
It's-
simple
it's-
fact that it's not holy.
But why is that?
Why is
Because
that?
let me ask you a question: was Adam and Eve married?
Allegedly they were.
How? When? And
Because
who?
God created them.
He just created them. He didn't say, "Oh, you're going
You
to
guys
be."
are you
This
guys
is
are
the-
a couple. Like basically
I know,
Right.
but my point: if that's the case, then we're all fucking doing some disgusting shit.
just
I'm telling you right now, because then
Exactly,
we all came from
it'd
the
be
same
incest.
person. So we all
Incest.
incesting.
But
that's what I'm saying.
that's why, like, when it comes down to that whole Adam and Eve thing, I believe that
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
it was a bunch of people created.
Yeah. It
Why
couldn't be.
would it be incest?
Exactly. There you go. So it's like it's so many different ways you could twist it around and what you believe in and what
Right.
you.
Poetry to the higher picture of things.
Yeah.
An example. But if we were all at one source, then that kind of puts everybody together in a sense, and that should really take away the division that everybody has because we're all related.
Exactly. But then even then, but then we all would think of a nasty part of it. Like, this is my fucking sister. I don't want to fucking do that. You know what I mean? Or this is my brother. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but think about that.
No, I
there's
understand.
people that do
I get
that
it.
shit.
I
That
get it.
actually fuck their sister, fuck their
Yeah,
father,
and
all
we
that, and
and
then
we
end
talk
up having
and we,
family.
and we talk about them like dirt and shit.
That it's crazy.
And we say that you're
Like,
supposed to have a retarded kid.
how is
take
your
that back,
grandfather
you know what I mean?
your father?
But
That's
people
some
do
sick
that.
shit.
But people do that. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
sick
So I don't know. But yo, you see how we went off topic? I didn't
Yeah.
even talk about none of the topics that I brought up. You know, that's the fucking crazy thing.
Yeah,
But it was still
We
a
got
good
into
show.
A couple of things.
Still a good show. You know what I'm saying?
We're done.
Yeah, we're done, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we
That was
we out there.
fast.
Yeah, it was quick, man.
That was
Yeah, that hashtag that was
40
fast.
No.
Pause. That sounds crazy. Pause.
look it,
that sounds
listen.
like a pause.
Listen, hashtag 42nd Street
Why the fuck would we call it 46?
because today's the 42nd show.
Yeah, but no.
42?
No.
Ah,
Hashtag
42.
Yeah, just 42.
The baseball player.
Yeah, just leave it
What's his
hashtag
name?
42.
What's his name?
Jackie Robinson was 42, wasn't
Yeah.
Yes, but we didn't talk about
Exactly.
No,
That's-
I know that, but,
just
you know.
call it hashtag 42.
42.
There we go. Hashtag 42.
1942 was a lot of things happened in 42.
Whatever, man. Just hashtag 40. We're out of here. You know, how about that? This is the Keyz
That's right.
and Dawoud podcast.
That's right.
And we will see y'all
If you
next
don't
week.
know, I am that dirty bastard. Not the old dirty bastard. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, he's that dirty bastard. Have a good day.
Yeah.
The Keyz and Dawoud podcast.